is healthy and when it becomes unhealthy. For any society to be civilized, it needs to instill in its members a healthy fear of the law, which essentially means fear of the consequences of uncivilized actions. While different societies have had different ways of instilling such fear, one way that has been substantially successful throughout human history is fear of God. Fear of human law sometimes doesn't work because human law is notoriously fallible and bendable. Fallible means that it sometimes works wrongly because of our human tendency to commit mistakes. And bendable means it is sometimes made to work wrongly by the malevolent machinations of the powerful. That's why fear of human law needs to be complemented with fear of divine law. That means that people need to know that we all are accountable for our actions to a God who sees everything and who is powerful enough to punish everyone, even those who are very powerful. Such an understanding which will lead to a healthy fear of God, and that healthy fear inspires deference and deterrence. Deference means that there is due respect for the principles of dharma that are essential for any civilized society. Principles such as cleanliness, austerity, honesty, sobriety. And deterrence means that there is concern and even dread of the consequences that will befall anyone who gives in to their uncivilized urges. While fear of God is usually healthy, it can become unhealthy when it inspires paranoia or paralysis. When such negative effects can occur, for example, when there is fear of terrorists, because terrorists act in ways that are arbitrary, brutal, and patently unjust. So how can we prevent such unhealthy fear from occurring in our lives? Unhealthy fear toward God? By gaining proper knowledge of God's nature and His benevolent purpose. The Bhagavad Gita stands ready with such knowledge. For example, it explains why Krishna descends to the world. It is for the benevolent purpose of establishing dharma, wherein He empowers the virtuous and disempowers the vicious. When we thus, by gaining proper knowledge of God, cultivate a healthy fear of God, which eventually will blossom into love of God, then we can all effectively civilize ourselves and bring out the best within us for our and society's good. To summarize, fear of God is healthy when it inspires deference and deterrence, but becomes unhealthy when it triggers paranoia or paralysis. Thank you.